What's up, Roche and Deborah? Ketone, Tito, everyone's here. Jeannie, good to see you guys. I'm here, and Zag's here with me too. She's down here laying down. Come here, Zag. Come on. Come here, good girl. She's right here. Um, so we had a long couple days, didn't we? Man, I was freaked out. Um, what's up, Dave? Thanks everyone for being here. Um, I'll wait for a few more people to show up before I tell the entire story, but I did make it to Oregon. As you can see, I'm parked out front of some folks' house. Um, and yeah, burning one down. It's been a long couple of days, so. But it's been cool being back at my stomping grounds. This is the town I'm from, you know. I kind of grew up here, owned a home here in Central Oregon. Hey, Crystal. God, long time no see. um, anyways, yeah, it's been really, I don't know, I guess nostalgic being back in Central Oregon and Redmond. And I haven't really actually explored very much yet because I've been so concerned about Zag. Um, but she's doing better. So, to bring everybody up, um, as I was driving here, she started getting like some pain in her lower back and her stomach. And I wasn't really sure what was going on. You know, it was her midsection. It could have been, basically when we first took her to the vet said the same thing I already knew. It could be something in her digestive tract, or it could be some back issues or something, and they did x-rays. And they did the x-rays. They didn't see any foreign object in there. In fact, the first doctor asked the second, had a second opinion to come look at the x-rays as well. They didn't see anything. They kept her for the day, which was kind of freaking me out a little bit. Um, anyways, so it was basically like a waiting game all day to find out if my little pup was okay. And when it's, they can't tell you what's going on. They can't tell you what's wrong. But, she was in a lot of pain. So she wasn't being her normal, tail wagging self. So they kept her for the day. At the end of the day, they were like, they were still not sure what was going on. They were waiting for her to poop, but so maybe she just is really constipated, or it's a back issue, like she's got a lower back um, injury of some sort, or I don't know. But when we brought her back, she pottied that night. She pottied the next day. Yes, I did say the potty, didn't I? Didn't I? I did say potty. Um, but she's still a little bit tender. Like her lower back is still tender to the touch. When I squeeze it a little bit, she'll get up and walk away from me. She doesn't want me touching her lower back. She's not yelping anymore when I gently do it. Um, she's just I don't know. I think it is she has a lower back injury, and I think that's what's going on. Um, we did get some pain meds to help with nerve pain and some anti-inflammatory steroid stuff for her, so that's good. It seems like she's doing a lot better. She's getting around, she's running, she's happy, she's eating, she's pooping, she's sleeping, she's doing all the things, she's healthy. But I'll tell you what, I freaked out, man. That scared me a lot because, when it's something like that, when it's your dog acting out of the ordinary and she's yelping and stuff like that, you don't know if it's something minor or serious, and they can't tell you. You don't know how. It's right around where all the vital organs are, so man, it scared the hell out of me. Thank you, big shout out to Crystal and Jim, you guys, for just taking so much of the ease and the burden away that could have been here, driving me down there, and they helped out. They took care of the bill. Big shout out to them. They have a great vet here in Redmond, Oregon. They take their animals too. So yeah, that was just, it relieved a lot of my stress. Any of the stress that stuff would have given me, I just had the normal stress of like, oh my God, is my dog okay? So, and she is. You guys want to see her? She's right here. Say hi to everybody. So it turns out a few people have met her now that knew her from YouTube. And it turns out she's much smaller than y'all think she is. She's much smaller. She's 13 pounds. We weighed her, so she's usually honestly like much lighter than that. Um, but I think she's becoming a little just an old girl, an old fat girl, aren't you? My old fat girl. I love you too. Um, she's 8 years old now. She's getting a little gray around her muzzle. You could see it. And, as time moves on, I guess she's probably just going to start showing her age, just like me. We're just going to get old together, aren't we? Aren't we? We're just going to get old together. Man, what's a zig without a zag? And that's just the scariest thing I could think of in the world, to be honest with you, for it to be sudden or something, I guess, to not be expected. And all of a sudden she was sick and hiding under the seat and, all the things the dogs do when they're really in a lot of pain. And, she's not very vocal and she was yelping, which really scared the hell out of me. Anyways, she's doing a lot better. I'm definitely going to be keeping my eye on her and her lower back. She's not a Dotson. Say, you stay. You stay right here. She's not a Dotson, but she does have a long torso. And the vet said that was pretty common. Lower back, I guess injuries or pains or whatever are common in longer dogs. And she's got that longer torso, but she's Chihuahua Jack Russell. So, I've just been picking her up and helping her around with like getting up and out of the van and whatnot. She's still able to jump up and stuff. She was jumping in and out of the van earlier, and when we picked her up from the veterinarian's office, I was all gentle with her and put her in the back, and we drove back to the house, and I got out and she just jumped over the seat to follow me out like she always does, and I'm like, oh my goodness, okay, and then she's just getting back to her better self. But there for a couple of days, like it's kind of like when you take your mechanic to the you take your car to the mechanic and all of a sudden it's not broken anymore. And it was like as soon as we dropped her off at the vet's office, they put her on a little bit of pain meds to help with the pain. And when they called me at the end of the day, they were like, she's super happy and wagging her tail, and I'm like, yeah, she's a happy girl. So I don't know, guys. I don't know what that was. I do think she's still a little tender on her back end. Like I said, she doesn't like it when I pet her, lower back. So I just have been kind of avoiding it, but I like patting her little butt. So I guess I'm gonna have to stop that for a while. But yeah, she seems to be back to her normal self. Man, that was. I appreciate everybody's like messages. People messaged me. Chuck, your office, collectively, threw me a donation that was really really appreciated. Crystal and Jim took care of like all the panic I would have had otherwise. I know not vets, but I know travelers who have, their dogs have gotten sick and they haven't been able to afford the treatment, so they surrender the dog to a no-kill shelter that does the treatment for them, and they find an owner, and they lose their dogs, which they know the dog's going to be taken care of, but at the same time, like they lose their animal. So let's see, I'll catch up on comments here. She doesn't need a ramp quite yet, you know. Up the bed's above me up here. It's right above me. It's a cab over bed. So she's not jumping up there. I pick her up and bring her down every day. So yeah, Dave, that's what I was thinking. Maybe she hopped out or something and just pulled something the wrong way because we're all getting older, It's the only thing I could think of. If she just twisted or moved wrong and hurt herself. They were asking me, did she eat anything? And I'm like, I'm pretty on top of what she's doing most of the time. I'm not letting her eat shit that she shouldn't get into. And she's not eating stuff usually that she shouldn't get into. But, you look away for 10 seconds. I was like, maybe she did. I don't know. And I don't know. I'm not really sure that's what it was now that we're at this point. So, yeah, Crystal and Jim, man, they were amazing, man. They didn't ask any questions. They were like, we just gotta make sure Zag's okay, and they really helped out. That I'm super like just they know I'm really grateful. I've said it a whole bunch. You know, they got a couple of their own little dogs about Zag size too, so they understand. They understand what our dogs are to us. I'm over here just looking at Zag, so glad she's okay. She looks just like my dog when I was a kid. Oh, that's cool. I'll give a donation soon to Zag. Okay, well, yeah, if you guys earmark any donations to Zag, I'll make sure she gets some like puppy treats or some, maybe a puppuccino from the coffee shop or something. Um, she'll definitely get something out of it. Maybe a squeak toy. She likes those squeak toys actually. Um, she's got one around here somewhere. Yeah, get her squeak toy from the dollar store, man. She loves those things. She goes nuts for them. Yeah, they have a great veterinarian down here in up here, left here, right here, wherever you guys are from. Over here in Redmond, Oregon, and the doctor gave me a lot of reassurances and stuff. So, hey, thanks, Josie. Ed, you found the like button? Hell yeah. Yep, 13 likes for Zag, you guys. Zag, come here. What are you after? I think she's chasing a bug. Yeah, she's back to her normal self, man. Just happy as can be and running around and napping all day when she wants. Zag, come here. Good girl. But like I said, when I'm petting her and if I get to her lower back, she's not having that. She gets up out of my lap and walks away. Hey, where'd you go? There you are. Oh, you came under the. You want to come up? Good girl. See, she just jumped up in the van, no problem. Um, she really doesn't make a lot of noises when she's in pain, unless she's in a lot of pain too. So I've seen her come out of a. We were out hiking one time, and she ran off with my friend's dog, and both these dogs come out of the cactus patch with just cactus all up and down all her legs. The other dog was, and Zag was just staring at me, silent as a mouse, just staring at me with all this cactus in her, just help. Yeah, she doesn't really make a bunch of noises, but she was the other day, for a couple of days there. So, man, I don't know what I would do without Zag. What's a Zig without a Zag? It's like Coke without a cola. Filling up my water jug. Yeah, I appreciate everyone, all your guys' nice messages and, all your comments on here. I got a lot of messages on my Facebook. So, yeah, I appreciate all that, you guys. Everyone's thinking of Zag. A lot of people like you, and even on my Facebook, I had a lot of friends comment, hoping that she's okay. And um, I was telling Crystal, I said that a lot of my friends only hang out with me because they want to hang out with Zag. They don't hang out with me because of me. They just like me because of my dog, which I understand that for sure. It's like van life without van. I'm sure I'm not really up to date on the comments. Let's see. I hope to meet you when I make my way out to Slab City one day. Well, maybe I can make my way out to you one day, you guys. I'm not in Slab City right now. I'm actually up in Oregon. And who knows where my adventures will take me down the road, I'm sure I'll go back to Slabs, but, there's a big world out there. People tolerate me because of the dog. Yep, I'm cool with that. I tolerate me because of the dog, too. Zag keeps me going. Northern Arkansas. Actually, I've been wanting to go to that. There's a state park in Arkansas I've been wanting to go to for a long time. Um, I've been to Maine before. I've been to Kennebunk. Been to Kennebunk. Zag is cool, but I like our conversations. I have great conversations with Zag, though. She's a good chat box. Secretly, we're all here for Zag. Yep. I should film her a little bit more. The state park, Toad Suck Park, Arkansas, the Diamond State Park in Arkansas, where you can go rock hounding for some diamonds and gems and stuff. I know a lot of people say that's kind of blown out of proportion or whatever, but I think it'd be fun to go do. And what if I did find some like $100,000 gem? My YouTube would get a lot better, that's for sure. I would hire someone to do my editing for me because I mean I like editing and it's fun to do and I think I arrange everything kind of creatively, but at the same time like there are people out there way better at it than me. So see, I think the difference between me and a lot of YouTubers that become like I got 100,000 subscribers or whatever is I'm trying to tell you a little bit of story and they are doing it. The most popular YouTubers, they have essentially created a recipe for how a video should be organized. Whereas I don't do that. I just try to tell a story, and if it takes 3 minutes to tell the point of my video, then it takes 3 minutes. And if it takes 20 minutes, it takes 20 minutes. So, want to edit 5 years of content? Yeah, no kidding. Hey man, if someone paid me enough, I might do it. But at the same time, if I do too much editing that's work, then it just becomes a job and it's not a hobby anymore and it's not as much fun when you're working, I guess. You guys have a place to visit in eastern Montana and a great home cooked meal open to 420. Hey, cool, thanks. Might end up making it up to Montana one of these days. I know a few people up there. You're in Bangor. You're welcome to park in my driveway. We got hot coffee, hot food, nice shower. I have an apartment for now, so have a vehicle again soon. Cool. I've never been to Bangor, Maine. That's a little bit farther away than Kennebunk, isn't it? Um, but yeah, when I was in Kennebunk, I saw the where Bush Senior lives or lived. He's passed away now, but he was alive back in the day. And I saw his island. He lived on this little island with a gate, a security gate going into his house and stuff. It was pretty cool. We drove past it. My Damaris has been calling you Carol for some stupid reason. I'm sorry, my brain is shit sometimes. Hi, Carol. Have I been to the coffee place yet? I'm not sure where that's at, and I don't think so. I have been. What coffee place are you talking about? I don't know. But have I been to Dutch Bros? No. No, I haven't been to Dutch Bros, man. Nope. Haven't made it to Dutch Bros. Haven't had my favorite drink from Dutch Bros since I've been here. So if anybody wants to donate to my Dutch Bros fund, since I haven't had one yet since I got here, my links are in the description. There's my pitch. If you talk to anyone back home, give them a shout out for me. Will do, Wanda. A little bit not too far from Kennebunk. That's cool. Network lost its luster, dropped an old Instagram and YouTube shit. It was like a full-time job. Yeah, it can become a full-time job, and that's why people will push me to like post more videos. But if it's not fun for me, you guys, I'm not gonna give you quality videos. If I'm not really motivated to make the video, I'm not. I'm just posting it to keep you guys happy, but then the video is not, as good. I see some of my videos and be like, I put a lot of energy into that. And the other one was like, man, I kind of felt like I was required to post. So, I'll post when I'm feeling it, when I'm getting creative and I want to make some content. And now that I'm back in Central Oregon, man, do I have a lot of stuff that I'm hoping to get done while I'm here. So, including showing you guys the last blockbuster on Earth. That's it's from my hometown, man, Bend, Oregon. Last blockbuster on Earth. It's where I grew up. Um, so hoping I can go check that place out, show you guys a little bit of that. Maybe even talk to an employee there. I'm not sure. We'll see what happens. My country, go to a coffee shop to buy weed. Yeah, I wish they would. I wish wish that they would sell coffee with weed. I wish it was a coffee shop and a dispensary. That would be cool. Jelly Roll gave Bangor, Maine a big kudos for our weed. Man, I'm from Oregon. Oregon's got the best weed in the country. Come on now. We would blow Humboldt out the water. Southern Oregon. Better than Humboldt, my opinion, but... Yeah, more about having a camera guy with 24/7 and a damn camera pushing products. I might... You guys, if I ever sell you a product on my channel, it's because it's not because they're paying me. I don't really care about money that much. It's because it's a product that I'm using or whatever. I've never been paid to sell any products I have, but I've shown you my solar setup. You know, my Renergy solar setup. I've shown you my battery pack. I don't even think I've told you what brand it is because it doesn't matter. There's a whole bunch of brands out there, but I do plan on showing you guys some of my favorite gadgets. This is a video I've been wanting to do for a long time and setting it up and being like, here's my favorite van life gadgets. But I just haven't set it up yet. But there are some stuff I want to show you. In any case, if I ever sell you anything, it's because it's something I've used. I've been on the road. You can't hear me? No audio? Is that true? Who else can't hear me? In any case, if I ever sell you anything, it's because I actually like it. And if they ever pay me, I'm going to tell you that they're paying me. And I've learned recently that they can, apparently these people who will pay you to advertise their products on your channel, some of them will pay you to say something good. Some of them will pay you just to review it. And if you say something bad, that's fine. But you'll get more if you promise, pretty please promise to say good things about the product. I'm never taking that option. I'm never ever gonna be selling you guys bullshit. Bye, Kelly. Bye, Kelly. Dark Side's if you give honest reviews, the free stuff stops. If crappy products, that's fine. I don't care. That's cool. You know what? I can't say that I need a lot of free things. I've got a lot of stuff in my van. I can't really think of very much stuff that I really need. And anything else that I collect at this point, I'm going to have to make space for. I take that back. I take all of that back. You know, there is something oh, thanks, Jeannie. Thanks for that donation. I appreciate you. I'll definitely, that some of that will go for, yeah, there you go. Zag some treats. That's exactly what I was going to do. I'm going to get you some treats. Jeannie just bought you some treats. Uh-huh. Zag likes, the puppuccinos, but she won't eat the dog treats from them, but she'll definitely do the whipped cream. She really likes those things. Yeah, but you know what, I take that back, what I was saying before about not needing anything. There is actually one thing I really do need right now, and it's my fridge took a shit that like crapped out on me, and I need a new fridge. And I've now got my solar set up. Everything's set up so I can have a fridge. But my fridge, I don't have one now. So, and then I've seen them on Amazon for about $200 for the fridge that would work great for, you know, the solar I have, the wattage it is. They go for much more expensive than that, but that's a decent, you know, a decent for a cooler, that a 12-volt cooler. It's actually 12 or 110. In any case, that's my next purchase, my next big purchase, I guess, for van life is gonna be a new 12-volt cooler. As a nomad, when something comes on board, something has to go off it or it gets cluttered. And I've definitely not been doing that enough, Dave. I've got a lot of clutter in my house. And, you know, recently I've gotten rid of a lot of clutter. When I was down in Southern California, when I was staying over at Chuck's place, you know, I was able to get rid of a lot of stuff and get into the garbage, get it donated. So I've got a lot more space now than I did, you know, when I left Slabs. But I still got some stuff to get rid of, man. I think I got too many damn clothes for the road. Less is more, more is less. Yeah, I like to have things that are practical, you know, things that like have dual purposes or dual uses. So, hey, you want to say hi to everyone, good girl? So for those just joining, the update for Zag is that after, a vet visit and a lot of concern and waiting and being afraid, I think that she has strained her lower back. Um, I'm not really sure because they can't talk. I'm not sure how it happened, but it seems like her lower back is still a little bit tender. It's not too bad. She's still running around in her normal self. She's back to her normal self. She wasn't there for a couple of days where you weren't feeling good. But I'll tell you what, whether Zag's got the sniffles or a little bit of pain or breaks a nail, I'm just a complete mess. Because, I just want her to just have the best life ever and never be in the pain or feel bad. I never want that for her. So when it happens, I'm just like a blubbering mess. What's my favorite Dutch Bros drink? I would say the medium hot double torture or medium blended double torture. But the double torture, yeah, that's my favorite. They've gotten a lot more expensive than when I was, here a few years ago. They're turning into like Starbucks prices. They used to be way cheaper than Starbucks, but now Dutch Bros is getting so damn big. Um, the one thing that they do well though is when they buy local coffee, any area that you go to Dutch Bros, they buy local coffee. So when you go to a different region, um, for Dutch Bros, the coffee tastes slightly different. So as I explore, I like to hit up all the Dutch Bros and see what's going on. What's a double torture? I'm honestly not even sure how they make it. What's in it? I know there's a lot of shots of coffee in it. I think that there's like vanilla and chocolate in there. I think that you can pull their recipes up on their website, but they've got their own. They name their own drinks, their own things, or whatever. But you're gonna be in the hundreds next week. Yeah, it's gonna be hundreds here next week, and that's the truth. I'm hoping that maybe I can get up into the higher elevation, up into the mountains for next week, and it'll be a little bit cooler. Hang out near some lakes or something. Maybe do some fishing. Since I'm technically an Oregon resident and I'm a veteran, hunting and fishing licenses are free for me here in Oregon, and it's just I can do it all from my phone, so I can go up fishing and you know, show you guys a little bit of my stomping grounds and where I started van lifing and the area I left. Honestly, when I left and started van, I wanted to go see more, and um, there's some. I mean, just really beautiful areas in Central Oregon. I'm a huge on multi-purpose stuff fan. Also, a charger, USB charger, run on internal battery. I love USB powered stuff, dude. USB powered. I wish that Quartzsite could get that through their heads. Every time I go to Quartzsite, most of the vendors are much older and they're still selling battery operated stuff. And this is like ancient technology. We really need to get into the USB powered rechargeable stuff because it's really useful in van life. It's already 12 volts, anyways. You have the whole 12-volt system built into here. Rechargeable USB. Love that stuff. You ain't wrong, man. You should see all the USB I got plugged up in my van over here. It's a mess with all the cords going everywhere. Q is Q is Quartzsite is Boomer Central. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Whenever I go to Quartzsite, after a couple weeks, I'm like, there's nobody here that's my age except for like me and my friends. That's cool. I need to zip now. Get some little high to keep up with the live chat in my second language. Have an awesome. Oh, take care, Skip. I appreciate that you're here. Crystal, why'd you feel dumb? I'm just catching up. Oh, double trouble. Yeah, that's funny. They knew what you were talking about. This old woman loves fishing. Yeah, I like fishing too. I usually just go bait fishing, bottom of fishing off of the bottom and put my pole down. Put my I put my pole down and then I just wait for it to bounce and then catch dinner or not. Sometimes I don't. But I'm still out in the, lake and it's beautiful and there's, eagles flying over sometimes. There's bald eagles in this area. Not as many as the further north you go, the more you'll find. So The Canal system fan would kill the battery, deep cycle frozen, and had to redo the system. Oh, you had a fan for your kennels that was running all the time? Some, when it's a motor like that, just constantly a constant draw on your energy system, those take a lot of juice actually. If my battery system's full, I can run my fan all night, but it's definitely taking a lot of battery to do that. If it's a good solar in the morning, then it's okay. I can turn it off. But just got 2 USB remote, 8-inch clip on the fans, 3 speeds, and a light up. Did you get that from Amazon, Dave? I saw there's some fans on my wish list. I think they're about $40. They're kind of pricey for a fan, but they're rechargeable. And I had a friend of mine who has these fans, and they run 10 hours on a charge. Yeah, I've been wanting one of those for a hot minute. Yeah, $30. That's cool. Yeah. That's cheaper than the ones I saw. But these ones had a lot of power too, man. They sent a lot of juice. So yours pretty good. Like they move the air pretty good. Honestly, right now in the van, it's 90 degrees, which for me, oh, it's backwards for you, is it? Is it backwards for you? No, it's backwards for me. Anyways, for me, 90 degrees ain't so bad. And I'm in the shade. It's a high desert, so it's pretty comfortable. I think 90 degrees ain't so bad. But up in the bed area where my bed is up top, there's not very much ventilation. And it was 106 degrees up there earlier. So during the day, my van probably isn't gonna be. I'm not gonna be laying down to take naps in that, But out here, I think it's perfect weather. This would be great to go fishing in. Lots of airflow and a timer. That's dope, dude. Yeah, rechargeable USB rechargeable. Because then I could recharge it off of a battery pack. I have rechargeable packs, those battery packs with the USB ports, and then I could just plug my fan right into it. And if my fan's completely dead and I need to use it right now, boom, I've got a battery pack and it's gone. I could recharge it off of the van while I'm driving. Like USB rechargeable devices is super useful. But if you're gonna do that, if you're listening to me because you want to do a solar setup and you want to recharge external batteries like on these fans or on your phone, if it's a device with a battery and you're recharging it through USB, if you have a solar setup, it's important to get a pure sine wave inverter. If that's what you're going to put into your van, you're going to want to get that, because if you don't, you get just a cheap inverter from the truck stop or something. If it doesn't say pure sine wave, then you're going to damage the battery on that, and it's not going to happen immediately. It'll take time, but yeah, sine wave, SINE. And if you remember mathematics, some of you who are mathematically inclined out there, you know what a sine wave is, or cosine wave. Remember tangent and all that stuff. Yeah, that's what they're talking about. It's a sine wave, as opposed to square wave. So the cheaper inverters are going to just damage your batteries. Like even this is connects to my water tank, and it's a rechargeable basically a little sink, and I recharge it through USB, and then I put it in my water tank, and I press the button on top, and out comes water. If I was to plug that into the cheap inverter, eventually it would stop working. It would, might take a while, but it won't turn on anymore. So, fun fact. I know this is a Zag update, which right now Zag is just out here laying in the shadow of the van in the grass because she's finally got some grass to hang out in. I'll show you what she's up to. Oh. The cover for my lens is on. There we go. There's a good girl. Nope, you can go lay down. Everyone wants to see you laying down. Hi. Hi, good girl. What are you doing? Go lay down. Go on. Girl, go lay down. She likes the grass, you guys. We don't see that in slabs very often, do we? This is pretty much her normal self, but if I was to like squeak her toy, she'd be pretty excited. She's a really chill dog most of the time. Um, but you know, she's got a lot more pep in her step now. She's just feeling a lot better. But not 100%, like I was saying, not 100%. Her lower back, I think she injured it or something. You know, you can see that she's got that long torso. And I guess it's pretty common for those long torsos to end up with lower back issues. So the inverter, all inverters now sine wave unless from a truck stop or Walmart. You know, even Amazon sells some square wave inverters, and so does Harbor Freight. Although Harbor Freight doesn't recently has now started carrying pure sine wave, which that surprised me. But yeah, you're right. Most of them are either or they're modified sine wave. That's another option that you might run across is modified sine wave, but I don't trust those as much. I guess I'm maybe not as familiar with the technology, but I just go for pure sine wave personally. Truck stops are gold mines. You ain't kidding, man. There's a lot of stuff. I always go through the truck stop 12 volt appliances, I guess, and see what's available. Like I really want to get a small little 12 volt shop vac so I can vacuum out my van and stuff. And I don't need it to be very damn big. I want it to be real compact, but I want it to be 12 volt. And you can find 12 volt televisions sometimes. You wire right into your solar system. So yeah, truck stops are gold mines for that kind of stuff. Zag just really likes soaking up the outside. When we go inside, she just naps on the couch like a little princess. But man, was I scared, you guys. I was pretty worried. That was the first time Zag's ever really been like injured or anything like that, where I was, you know, having to. I rushed her into the puppy ER one time, but it was I didn't know what was going on, but it turns out she had just eaten some weed. Um, but this is the first time it was actually something serious going on. We're not sure what, but the veterinarian took good care of her, and we got some medications for her in case she ends up in too much pain. So she's feeling a lot better, and I'm a lot less worried now. Hopefully, if it is this lower back injury, that it's just temporary and she just needs to rest and take it easy for a little bit. I'm gonna let her go at her pace. Dogs know their pace. You know, they know what they can do and what they can't do. So I'm gonna let her do it at her own pace. But she is still a little tender right over here on her backside right there. So, you know, when I rub her right there, she gets up and walks away from me. She doesn't like it when I do that. But man, was I freaking out, dude. You guys get it. You know, our dogs are our life. You know, I watched I watched her get born, you know, and I've had her with me her whole life. We've known each other. And she's my road dog. I couldn't imagine traveling without her. Without Zag. Really don't even want to think about that day, but I had to think about that day recently. So that I appreciate everyone's concern, though. You guys were great. You know, I got a lot of messages from a lot of friends and a lot of followers who were really concerned about her and worried about me. So, but we're doing okay. We're doing just fine. Also, while I got you guys here, you know, I spent quite a bit of time trying to make this logo that I have work with my merchandise shop. And currently, I need to put a lot more work into it, and I'm going to. But it is a lot of work. But I'm not really a graphic artist, so I'm having to learn how to do it as I do it, if that makes sense. In any case, right now, with my merch shop, the only background that I can make it look good with is a white background, which looks great on a coffee cup. I'll tell you what. Look at that. I don't even have any of my own merch. Crystal ordered this and gifted it to me. Check that out. I also have stickers, the die cast stickers. I haven't had a cup of coffee in this yet, but you know what? Jim makes coffee quite a bit. Makes some good coffee out here, so I'm gonna get my next cup in this right now. The AI that I have tried using this AI program called Dolly to do my logo for me. Um, and I'll tell you what, it has no idea what I'm talking about. It does not do what I want it to do. There's something when you're using AI to do things like that called prompting. And to prompt the AI to do the design that you want to do is kind of its own art form, if that makes sense. It's something you got to learn how to do. It's a lot like programming, I suppose, or doing HTML to get the AI to do exactly what you want to do. Now, I can get it to do some very basic stuff. If I say to show me a road with the desert on one side and the mountain scene on the other, it'll show me a fucking road, and it might have some mountains in the background, and it'll show me a lot of different weird designs for it. And it's not exactly what I'm looking for. I can't really get it to do what I want, but um, yeah, I don't know how to use it like that just yet. If I did, I could probably just get a job making art for people and undercutting all the actual artists out there. But I would much rather find an artist that wants to do me a logo. But it's not necessarily, it's the graphic artist part. It's the graphics part. It's got to be a digital version of this art. So that way I can upload it onto merchandise and pick the background and it blends well with any color is also the thing that I'm struggling with because the outline on this was white, and if I was to show you the actual picture of the the file I used, you could see why it wouldn't work on any other background except white. Man, I think it looks great on the coffee cup. The stickers should be arriving soon. Um, they're die cast stickers, so they're cut to shape or whatever. Um, yeah, the worry when our furry companions are sick is real. It sure is. It's hard to go through. It's just helplessness. Nobody likes to feel helpless, and that's what I was feeling. You're completely helpless, and you don't know. So it's all, and your dog can't tell you. You just know. You don't know if they've got to take a poop or if they've got internal bleeding. And you guys gave me some good advice to find out if she was bleeding and her gums look good, her eyes look good, and in any case, I think it was her lower back, and I think when I was pressing on her belly and she was yelping, I think it was because it was pushing on her lower back. Does that make sense? Um, so, you know, hopefully she's feeling a little better. She's not yelping anymore when I lightly do it, but she still doesn't like it. She still gets up and kind of gives me the stink eye because try Crayon. I don't know what that is. Gave up on TV, never near reception. Hey, if you got internet, you got TV, bro. I don't stream very often since I download everything, but lately I've been kind of streaming a little more than I usually do. I think I'm just tired of the stuff I have on my hard drive. What was that? 12 volt. I got a 22-inch 12-volt TV at Pilot. Yeah, man. Then you wire that directly into your solar system, throw it on a switch. Yeah, that's cool stuff. Hey, take care, Carol. Have a good dinner. Cray AI yawn. Like crayon. AIR. Oh, I see. The one that I used was Dolly, which was made by the same folks, I believe, as Chat GPT. I know there's a couple of other ones too. I haven't used Crayon yet. Maybe I could try that one, but if there's anyone, I know that there was somebody who follows me that's a graphic artist that volunteered to do, maybe a different version of my logo, and um, I told them what I wanted, and we'll see what happens with that. It's volunteer. I don't, expect them to rush anything, but if that comes through, that'll be really cool. But I really like this logo, you guys. I spent a lot of time on that, actually. Um, and me not being a graphic artist, that was a pain in the ass. So if you get hit up my merch shop, I get a little bit of cut of each sale, so that's cool. But since they host the platform, they print everything, they mail it, they take care of the shipping. I just slap the design on there and tell you to go get it. And Crystal did, and I hope she gets herself one of these because I like that coffee cup right there. That's pretty cool. Never had a logo I made on a coffee cup before, to be honest with you. Powerless over situations suck. Yeah, powerless, helpless, not knowing, you know, worried. I bet you I grew some new gray hairs last couple of days, so. I don't think she really liked the vet's office that much. When we went back today to pick up some of her medication, she's got some pain meds in case it flares back up. As soon as we walked in, I was carrying her, and as soon as we walked in, she started shaking. I don't really think she had a good time there, but I could hear her kind of yelping when they were taking the X-rays. I'm sure they had to put her in positions that she wasn't having very much fun with. And so when we got back in there, I'm sure she was like, "What in the hell?" We didn't stay long. We got out of there, and she felt a lot better. Guess I'll have to take her to a different vet next time so she doesn't hate it. Man, yeah. I haven't been that scared about something in a while. You guys were great, though. Prayers for Maui. Finally heard from a niece on Friday morning. She was born on the island. So, yeah. You guys, for those of you who don't know, Maui, on the island of Maui, there's a little town there that burned down. They had apparently hurricane, speed winds come through 80 miles an hour, and it spread this fire and it burned this entire town down. There's 1,000 people missing, 50 something people confirmed dead. In the town of Lahaina is the name of the town, and I have actually been to Lahaina. That's where I went for my honeymoon, is Lahaina in Maui. And seeing the town, I'm remembering the town, what it was back then, and seeing it just completely gone. It's just off the map. The town of Lahaina just blows my mind, dude. It's kind of like the one in Paradise, California, where the whole city burned down. So, yeah, they have the Red Cross. You guys, if you guys are, considering donating to Hawaii, the Red Cross is a great, great organization to do that through. I personally think. They've got hotlines set up to take that donation. 68 dead? Yeah, they raised it since. I'm sure they're going to find a lot more. I'm sure there's 1,000 people missing. 1,000 people. I bet the number climbs. Hopefully a lot of the people that are missing are found, but I think that they're gonna find a lot more. Those are probably the low-hanging fruit, I would like to say. If it was a hot enough fire, but with 80-mile-an-hour winds, it might have been. Some of the remains might not be remained, I guess. What a crazy, apparently happened real fast. What a crazy time. But personally, Red Cross is who I would use to donate through. There's going to be a lot of fake places that are asking for donations for Hawaii. Red Cross is who we use in the military to let they're just a great organization. Most of their money goes towards actually helping instead of pocketing. Hey, what's up, Matt? Welcome to the live stream. You're just tuning in. Zag is doing a whole lot better. I'll show you guys again how she's doing. I was just bringing everyone up to date again. I think she has a lower back injury. It's starting to feel a lot better. We got some medications for her. Not really sure what happened to her lower back or how that happened, but I guess with the fact that her torso is kind of long, she's not a Dotson, but her torso is kind of long. I guess it's pretty common for that breed of dog to have lower back injuries or lower back strains or whatever. But yeah, she was not feeling good. But she's feeling a lot better now. You know, she's getting back to her normal self. Still a little tender in her lower back, but um, she's wagging her tail and a happy dog. She's not yelping anymore when I pet her. So she's in here chilling in the out. She likes being outside too, chilling in the grass. She doesn't see that stuff very often. You guys got me for about 10 more minutes, and I'm gonna go inside and get me some burritos for dinner. No power or Ubernet. Internet cut north sides, cut off, no place to go, mind blowing. Yeah, they're all the communications down to that area because it's, you know, modern technology, and modern technology is all built on system on top of system on top of system, and it's super fragile. So, you know, it's always important to know how to do life without modern technology, even though I really do like modern technology. I have a lot of fun with it. It's still important to know how to take care of yourself without it. And we've built a world where that's pretty much impossible. Um, Unless you, I don't know. I don't know how that we would go about that if just everything collapsed. Right now, Maui's struggling for sure. Where's Elon Starlink got out Finocchi this AM? Is Elon throwing some Starlink their way to get them connected to the internet? It's really cell phones that really need their connection back because you know a lot of people have cell phones and that's what everyone uses to. The internet would be useful. You know, people have social media; they could reach out and say, "Hey, I'm okay." But 1,000 people missing. That just blows my mind, you guys. And it's Lahaina, Maui. It's not that big of a town, you know. So I remember when I went there for my honeymoon. Went to the Bubba Gump Company there, and um, they did like Forrest Gump trivia while you were waiting for your food. It was pretty cool. Yeah, that was a really beautiful area. Just wiped off the map, you know. It's crazy. It's crazy. It seems like they apparently opened up the roads back today to let people back into Lahaina. So, anyways, Matt, I don't know if since you just joined me, I don't know if you saw this or not, but I'm gonna bring you up to speed. The mug came in, and I have to actually buy my own merchandise. Isn't that funny? Um, but Crystal bought this, and since she knew I didn't have any of my own merch, she gifted it to me. So that's really cool. I really like it. If you guys want to go to get your own coffee mug or hoodie or T-shirt or sticker, they're die-cast stickers. They're supposed to be the high-quality ones. Um, then my merch store is through Teespring, and it's linked to my YouTube account, and I've got the website in the description of this video. I know that people tell me that I should turn the description, you know, all that stuff into links. I don't think you can on the description. There's a couple of spots where you just can't make links in the way that YouTube's set up. And if you can, I haven't figured out how yet. Um, but nevertheless, the web address is in for my merch shop is connected to my account. So random fandom. Haven't watched an episode since the To Catch a Predator. Best wishes to the puppy. Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate that you're thinking of us, man. And if you get a chance, check out my channel. Maybe it's not for you. I know I caught a lot of subscribers from the spider video. Um, but really, my channel, like I said at the end of that video, isn't really about the spider thing, and it's really about traveling and van life. So, oh, you've met me. Oh, okay. That's cool. Where would we meet at Slabs, dude? Yeah, I can't move it, Roche. I actually went and looked after you had mentioned that, and this is just their default. There's nothing I can do about that. I can't do anything about the placement, but pin in the comments. I don't have the link on hand right now. I don't have it on hand. So maybe one of my moderators, if they're around, can can throw my the link to my merch shop on there. No, Chad, I made this. This is my logo. I made this, and I have a merch shop. But I can't. I have to buy my own merch because I'm not rich yet. So, um, your mom got me this. Got me this. Yeah, for sure. Yep, you're not the favorite anymore, dude. Mama Sehorn always was. Oh, we met at Red Rum Room. Okay, that's cool, dude. You can't copy it for some reason. Well, maybe next time. It's not a big deal. If you go to my channel, if you go to Nomadic Zag's channel, it should be the link. It should be like there should be a merch shop button on there somewhere that you could just click on and take you there. That might be only on the desktop view though. I don't know. It's in the description of my channel, and yeah. 'Twas your mother, the oldest burn and the compliment. Yeah, I met a lot of people at Red Rum, dude. That was a pretty interesting spot to hang out when it existed. It's been completely just it's gone now, man. Red Rum Room don't exist anymore. In fact, the link to my merch shop is also I did a little short. So if you go through my videos and you go to shorts, and it's like the third one down. It's not that long ago I posted it, and then you just hit the comments, and it's the first comment that would pop up. It should be the link to the merch shop as well. I'm hoping that everything's working. If anyone has any struggles with it, let me know. You can email me. You can hit me up on Facebook or Instagram or whatever. Yeah, dude, Red Rum Room was basically just, acquired by Slabs this summer. It was demolished and used for people who were living there because no one was using it. Um, and in Red Rum Room's prime, I've got great video of it. In its prime, it was a really good spot, really hopping popular. And it just didn't last long, man. It's too bad. That was a pretty dope spot. It definitely did Ponderosa favors when you had places like that open because all the riffraff would go there to beat each other up, and all the chill people would come to Ponderosa and to stay away from it. So everyone needs somewhere to punch someone. You can set all your links up on your Instagram also. Yeah, I should learn how to be a professional social media person. I have no freaking clue what I'm doing, dude. I'm just kind of winging it as I go. But I guess that some of these people also have a link tree where you just click one link and it has all of your links set up right in there, and it has like your Instagram. I should probably set that up too. Probably do that here in the near future. It seems like an easy way to do it. It's so strange. Last few time I visited, it was pretty unpopulated. Yeah, it only really had one good year about it. And then after that, it wasn't really, that busy. It was really just the pirates hanging out with each other. What little pirates showed up, last season. Well, I'll tell you guys what. You look on my community page after this live stream. I will post my merch shop. Doesn't look like anyone's really chomping at the bit to go there, anyways, to go buy something. But if you want to, I got hoodie, t-shirt, a sticker. And I got the coffee mug, which I like this coffee mug actually. I'm pretty excited about it. I'm gonna go drink me some coffee. Um, I appreciate everyone's concern. Um, I'll have a look at the merch shop or could send a super chat. I'll tell you what, you pick what you want. You want a coffee mug to drink out of, that's up to you, man. um, I in the description in the description the link works. Cool, yeah, check out the description of this video right here and the link works. That's good to know. In any case, yeah, I appreciate everyone's concern about Zag. She's doing much better. Um, and I'm just gonna keep my eye on her moving forward. Make sure she's doing all right. It was really just a scary situation, and I'm glad that she's okay. And I'm just super grateful for everyone's concern. Again, big shout out to Crystal and Jim for taking care of Zag as well, and just no questions asked. Said we're gonna take care of her. We can do that. So that took a lot of just weight off of my shoulders. And yeah, just a lot of love for you guys. You know, I really appreciate you guys. So I'll tune in next time, you guys, for my next live stream or my next video. I'm back home in Central Oregon, so I'm gonna be showing you guys my stomping grounds, where, you know, where I'm from. And I really want to show you some of the nature out here, because that's my favorite part. That's my favorite part of this area is the nature. So hopefully be showing you that video sooner than later. Until then, miles and miles of smiles.